Welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel once a week. It chooses the horror movie and they discuss it. Today we're talking about 1990's Troll 2, which was directed by Claudio Fragasso. I'm your co-host, Alec.
I'm Erik.
Oh boy, Erik.
Garbage Day.
I know, that's your name. So every episode, Erik and I have to choose different names for our podcast recording app or whatever. So mine today is The Mom is Horrifying, and Erik's is Garbage Day. So why'd you choose Garbage Day? That's not this movie.
There's that YouTube video of like the worst, cheesiest scenes in movies, and it was this one, Garbage Day, and then it goes right into they're eating her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god! That scene, yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's probably those two lines, and then probably like from The Room, where he goes like, "Oh hey, Ma."
Exactly. No, I think that's in that mix. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those are like notoriously the worst movies of all time. The Garbage Day is from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which is also like, apparently one of the worst movies of all time. Have you seen The Room? Have you ever seen that one?
Never seen it. No.
Ooh, it's not a horror movie, so
I feel like I don't need to see it. I feel like I've seen enough YouTube clips where I'm like, okay, it's bad.
it's worse than this. It's definitely worse than this. Yeah, at least this it's like campy, it's stupid, like it's so over the top. Like The Room is
Yeah.
just like it's like a really bad porno almost. And
Yeah. Well, this one's animated too, which is kind of cool. With the trolls going on the world tour and everything.
oh, Erik.
And Kelly Clarkson does a great job, and Chance the Rapper.
Shut the fuck up. Is that Trolls 3? Or what is that? Trolls
That's
World Tour?
Trolls World Tour. They didn't call it Troll 2 probably just because of this. Like, we're not having the dad accidentally buy Troll 2 and have their kid like, you know what I mean? Like, Daddy, I want to watch Troll 2. It's like, all right. And he puts this on, and the kids are like, what is this? This isn't it. It's like, I just paid $3.99 for this. You said Trolls 2.
Did you pay for this?
I did.
I know. I luckily got an iTunes gift card for Christmas, so I used that, but
Yeah, that's the only like pitfall of this damn podcast is once in a while you had to give Jeff Bezos $3.
I cannot believe anybody has the audacity to charge money for this. I can't. I can't.
I looked on YouTube, it didn't have it really.
It should be free like everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
So this is your first time seeing it, right?
Yeah. And then I actually feel dumber now. Like a lot dumber.
I mean, yeah, so let's hear. What'd you think?
I mean, I going into it, I knew this film was bad. And it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean that. The worst thing I've ever seen is the Valentine's Day movie with Ashton Kutcher. You ever see that one?
It's called Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and it's like an ensemble cast, and it just makes Troll 2 is way better.
Wow.
I don't like. I'm watching it, and I'm like, wait, so the movie's called Troll, but they're calling these things goblins. Like the whole movie, like they're like these goblins, and I'm like, wait, why do they call it Troll? Like, I don't get that.
Well, all right, I'll give you just a very quick overview. Basically, the writer and director, the whole entire crew were all Italian. So they're from Italy, and they're like, let's come over to America and make a movie. It was called Goblin. It really was. And then I think there was already a movie called Goblin in America, so they had to change it to Troll, but there's already a Troll, so they made Troll 2. It has nothing to do with Troll 1. None of the characters are the same. Literally has nothing to do with it. So it's very confusing. But the more thing that's confusing is probably for the cast is they only spoke English and the crew only spoke Italian. So there's like no communication happening for the entire process of shooting this movie, which is
that's not good. That's a recipe for disaster.
I just imagine trying to like tell somebody what you want them to do, but you can't tell them. So it's like
that. I mean, that means this whole movie is just one take. Like probably like, hey kid, you're gonna scream, and I'm gonna zoom in. That's probably all it was.
Well, if you notice, there's a lot of like when they zoom in on people's faces, it's like all off center most of the time. So you're probably right.
Yeah, it shakes. The camera shakes. Like
So did you know that there's a documentary about this movie?
no, I did not. I did not watch that either. If I had more time, I probably would, just so I had more content for the podcast. But yeah, didn't watch it.
Well, I watched it right when it came out, and then I've watched it like I don't know, half of it last night. Dude, it's crazy. Like people are so obsessed with this movie still. It's got such a cult following, and the documentary is basically about the kid Joshua. He goes around and starts looking for the cast and trying to, like, talk about the experience and everything like that. It's pretty interesting. It's kinda like the Wolfman's Got Nards one, sort of.
Wolfman. Well, but Monster Squad's a great movie. This is absolute trash.
Yeah, 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 no, but it's got the same kinda cult following, But yeah, one of the things I found really interesting
Like,
is
what's the cult following? Just like stoners that eat dominoes? Like, I don't like who
yeah,
loves this movie?
yeah, it's
Like,
pretty much
yeah, man, you want to come over, man? We're gonna watch Troll 2 again, man. It has to be that kind of
yeah, it's literally what you'd expect. Very
yeah.
specific kind of people, but I mean, whatever. I can understand why people like it.
Like, mom, shut up! I'm watching Troll 2, mom. God, like that's what I expect.
The 3rd time today. It's like, I know, I love it.
Life is pointless, and so is this movie.
But the one thing that's so crazy is the actor, the dad who plays, the dad in the movie, he's like the king of Alabama.
What?
He's like a dentist in Alabama, but everywhere he goes, it's like, "Oh, there, hey John, how you doing?" He's just like, "Oh, hey there, Bill, how are you?" Everywhere he goes, his ex-wife loves him, the entire town loves him. He's just this like
Really?
mythical figure down there. He's like, "Yeah, I tried acting for a little while. It just wasn't for me. Now I'm a dentist." He's just like
I didn't think he was that bad of an actor. I think he was one of the better ones, honestly.
yeah, I mean, I guess he was like a dentist in Alabama, and he was just like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. So he just moved out to LA, got this role, and was just like, okay, if this is what acting is, I don't want to do this. So then he just went back to being a dentist. And
Oh yeah, like probably directly after this movie.
it was. He
Really?
literally, yeah.
Jeez. This movie ruined his I thought he was pretty good, man. I thought he
Well,
wasn't that bad.
it's not even him. It's just, could you imagine the experience of being on set and this is your first movie and it's like this? Like, you're like, okay, yeah, this isn't what I thought it was, probably.
Well, I mean, the best acting from him is in that scene where he goes to get Joshua and they're trying to force feed him ice cream, right? And he has to go in there and act like, go in there. They're gonna try to say something like, oh, we're just trying to give him some ice cream, when really you visually saw them force feeding him, and your kids screaming, they're monsters, and you have to like. He did a good job in that scene, all things considered, because that scene was whack, dude. The whole scene made no sense. Like if you see your kid like getting held down in a chair, like
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
should.
It made no sense.
But you thought his acting was
I
believable in
thought
that?
like that's as good as it could have possibly ever been for Leonardo DiCaprio. Like that's as good as that acting could be. Like,
Well,
wait, what's going on here? What? Like kind of it's so bizarre, dude.
what do you think about the scene where he, like, takes his son upstairs after Joshua pees all over the food?
Dude, that was well, that made me actually laugh out loud when like he's like, "Oh, I gotta figure out like the." So first of all, I'm like my brain's fried right now just thinking about this shit. So the grandpa comes back, the deceased grandpa of 6 months,
Yeah.
vividly comes back like through the mirror, like Snow White, and it's like Joshua, and like this kid's having nightmares about trolls and stuff. And then not only does the grandpa come back, but he also has powers to like stop time. He's like, you only have 30 seconds to figure this out. And he stops the time. It's like, since you have control of time, can you make it longer? But he's like, you have 30 seconds, and the kid pisses on all the food.
Yeah.
That's what like a fifth grader would come up with if he's writing a short story or something. Like this was so crazy.
I mean, he coulda probably just whipped it all at the wall and stuff or thrown it on the ground, but yeah, I guess peeing on it is his first thought? I don't know.
Like what happened when they woke up after 30 seconds? Like I wanted to see that scene. Like
I
what are you
know.
doing? Like
I know, he's like, I'm sorry," like, "Get to Joshua!" Like, it yeah. Yeah, but I just love how he goes up there and what is he gonna do? Is he gonna beat him? And he starts taking it's like he's taking his belt off. We're like, "Okay, what is gonna happen right now?"
well, he says he's loosened his belt one more notch. So if Joshua screws up again, he gets the belt
No, no,
or
no, he
something,
was
right?
just like, he's like, "I'm tightening my belt one loop so I don't get hunger pains." It's like, "What?"
Oh, right. Yeah, and he's like and then he goes into, like, how, like, "I dealt with hunger when I was a child." It's like, "Wait, like, so tell us about that." Like, why were
Yeah.
you
It starts
why
getting really deep. He's
yeah,
like,
I
"When I
know.
grew up on a farm, we didn't have these things, Joshua." It's like, "Okay, this is getting way too deep
So,
for this
like, you
movie."
starved when you were a kid? Like, I don't know. It's wild.
Yeah, man, he probably is the best actor. Dude, the sister, I'm like, this is like anti-acting.
Yeah, where she's, like, dancing around in a Garfield shirt and everything.
Not even like her outfit, just like the way she talks. She's like, "I'm gonna cut off your little nuts," or like, "My daddy doesn't like you." It was so weird. All of her delivering
Yeah.
is so weird.
Like her boyfriend, "My boyfriend has to pick between me and his friends, and he better pick right."
Dude.
Yeah.
It was cringe where she's in the documentary too, and she's just like, "I was mortified when I saw my performance." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I think I
The
would be."
dancing in the Garfield shirt, like, I couldn't I feel for her, like, thinking
Oh,
of watching that scene, like, ugh, so
yeah,
bad.
it's all of the dialogue too, and I'm just like, "Oh god, her lines are so bad." The scene that I can't even look at the screen is, like, when they're driving to Nilbog and they start it's like, "Joshua, sing."
Nilbog,
Yeah, yeah, Nilbog. It's like, "Joshua, start singing the song we all like, start singing the song," and they're just like,
row, row, row,
"Dude,"
yeah.
I, like, wanted to turn the TV off.
I actually looked at my phone and I was like, "Alright, how much time do I have left?" Like, right at that scene. Like, and it was like an hour and 10 minutes left.
Oh, yeah, that's right in the beginning. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
I think after they, like the goblin got caught on fire at the end, I was, like, really itching for this movie to be over. I was like, "I got shit to do today. Like,
dude,
can we wrap it up?"
that scene's insane. So, yeah, like, Joshua, like, his grandpa's like, "Here, take this, like, gas tank and light it on fire. We gotta light the
Gives a
village."
Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
It's like your deceased grandfather ghost gives you a Molotov cocktail. But he's like, "And here's the fire extinguisher." Like, why are you giving like, I don't get any of that.
We have to explain that. It's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "My grandpa told me to do." It's like, "You are going to prison.
Yeah, they're walking outside. He's the only other person around, and this person just got caught on fire. It's like, "Joshua, what did you just do?"
You just killed someone."
I know. But
Yeah.
then that's like the big reveal when the parents see the truth.
I mean, how easy is it for the parent or for the other goblins to be like, "What? Yeah, what is that thing? Is that like a what is that like a raccoon? What the hell is that thing?" Like, no, they didn't have to go along with it right then and there.
I like how they just like that happens, right? And they just like slowly back away through the goblin town folk. It's like you could have just stopped them right there altogether, right?
You think the
Like the family's like, "Come on, guys, let's get out of here," and all like the town folk are just looking at them like as they slowly back out of the crowd of goblins.
Oh, you mean the goblins coulda got them?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what the hell is going on? Like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, and then
Like,
and then doesn't one of the guys be like, "We need to wait for something." They just, like,
I don't
say
even
that for
know.
no reason. Well, alright, let's just go back. Let's go
My
back.
mind hurts, dude. We're
Oh, yeah.
bouncing around so hard.
Well, yeah, let's go back to the beginning then. Let's get a little.
All right, let me give you one thing that like really had me like scratching my head. The freckle girl at the
Oh,
beginning, like
yeah.
the overly aggressive freckles. Like that's when you knew already like, "Uh-oh. Like this is bad."
Here's the thing. This is what I'm imagining, dude. It's like the Italian directors are like, "Stonehenge, Ireland, Irish people have freckles.
I
We
think
need."
it's like the equivalent of me and you doing makeup. It's like, "Hey, like Ted, like can you put like some freckles on the girl?" It's like polka dot like sized freckles.
But dude, they look horrible, like, horrible, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Alright, yeah, this is really bad." It's kind of like the, Princess Bride, though, a little bit with the way, like, he's telling the story and, keeps going back and forth. I don't know if you noticed that.
A little, yeah, a
Yeah.
little. I got that feel.
Yeah. Actually, I wanna ask you, because you're a big Are You Afraid of the Dark fan. Dude, this just feels like a long, horrible Are You Afraid of the Dark
A
episode.
horrible one. Are You Afraid of the Dark is better. Way better.
But imagine Are You Afraid of the Dark episode had to be stretched out to an hour and 34 minutes. One idea, you know? Like, imagine,
And
I don't know.
the kids pissing on food, like, oh my god,
Well,
like
maybe it wouldn't go
and,
there.
like, they bring in, like, a Stonehenge stone, they bring in, like, the milk. It's like, "We only serve milk here." Like, there's just
Oh,
so much to this movie that just doesn't let up.
yeah, dude, it's also the guy, oh my god, the general store owner, dude. I laugh so hard at that scene, dude, where he just walks in and he's just kinda like, "We don't got milk here," and he's like, "You have any bacon?" He's like, "Bleh," like, all he did he's in you know what I'm talking about, right, that guy?
Yeah, yeah. He's
Dude,
like, "We got milk, and it's free." That adds up.
I looked it up, or no, he's in the documentary, dude. He's literally just like, "I was so high for all of that. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't know my lines." He's like, "I was just saying whatever was in my head. I was in a very dark place." I'm like, "Oh
Wow.
my god."
That adds a layer to that scene.
Well, because he even yells at the end during the movie when they're just like, "Hey, like, eat the food or whatever." He's like, "Yeah, if you don't eat it, we'll have to put your meat in vinegar and let it, like, sit in there or whatever." And you're like, "What is this guy talking about? What is he talking?"
Yeah, that made no sense when I think about it. I think I had my brain shut off a few times, like, one of the scenes my brain shut off is, like, when they're singing "Row, row, row the boat." Like, I
Yeah.
really don't remember that car scene more than "Row, row your boat." Like, I don't remember the conversation they had. I barely remember the milk scene. That guy made no sense.
Well, yeah, because imagine the Italian director doesn't know what he's saying. The guy saying it is so high, he doesn't even know what he's saying. So it's
Dude,
just
what?
like
How did this movie get made?
I have no dude, I need to rewatch the documentary.
You I can't believe you watched it. Yeah,
I've seen
too.
this movie, I'm not even kidding, I've probably seen this movie 5 times throughout my life.
Troll 2.
Yes, and I'll tell you
Jeez,
how.
man, don't get another job, dude. I know you work a lot, but get another job. If you've solved this movie 5 times.
I'm 31 years old. That's like once every, like, couple years, but when I was a kid, I'll never forget this, dude. My mom we went to Age of Video in Unionville, and I don't even know why, but we rented this movie, and it was relatively soon after I'd seen The Exorcist, so I was probably, like, 8 or whatever, and I was all fucked up. Like, that movie really ruined me, and I was kinda like, "Alright, let's see, like, this movie." This movie scared me so bad, dude, when I was, like, 8 years old, and I don't know what it was, man, but that scene where you got like the witch lady or whatever's got the contacts in and she's asking like the demons to help them or whatever. That scared me so bad.
Really?
Oh my
I
god.
thought I thought the teeth would have scared you on the trolls the most.
I thought that her teeth, the witch woman, I thought those were braces. I was like, wait, she's wearing braces? Like, what is this? But yeah, dude, that this movie really freaked me out when I was a kid.
I do briefly have some faint memory of this being on TV, and, like, my dad either scrolling through the channels or something. Maybe it was Troll 1, I don't remember, but I have a very far memory of this watching parts of this movie, and it
Ugh.
didn't really scare me, but I just, like, was like, "It's so stupid."
I mean, if you're a little kid, this is a prime movie for, like, people that like Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like, young people, like,
Yeah,
I think this would get a couple kids.
like, a five-year-old would get really scared of this movie.
I was probably, like, 8, but yeah, dude, it really it freaked me out. Yeah, it's kinda like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but in the woods with trolls.
That's my movie that scared me when I was, like, 4 or 5, like, ruined me, like, just the music and seeing a clown.
Yeah, this is, like, a notch down from Killer Clowns, just, like, the costumes aren't as good, the story's not as good, the acting's not as good, and
I
saying that about Killer Clowns,
I'd
it's
say a
like,
couple I'd say a couple notches down from Killer Clowns.
a
I'd give Killer
couple?
Clowns I'd give Killer this is like a made for TV terrible movie. Killer Clowns at least deserves a little bit of like, "Okay, this could be in theaters."
Wow.
This doesn't deserve to be anywhere, but, like, not even the $5 Walmart bin.
Oh my god, what if it was paired with Troll 2 or Troll 1?
I mean, yeah.
Then you'd pay $5 for it?
I wouldn't pay 5, I'm just saying it's in there. You probably would.
Well, this cost $100,000 in 1990, so that's like $2 billion today. So it's like, imagine $100,000. Where'd the fucking money go? This was made in Utah with a bunch of no-name actors. The costumes literally look like they just went to Party City and just picked things. So, like,
Yeah.
where did that money go?
Hell, probably director's pocket and whatever that guy was high off of.
I think it was probably weed, I don't know, but, yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know.
Speaking of the $5 bin at Walmart, I wanna tell our listeners that story of us on Black Friday. I'd say about 12 years ago, we went to Walmart on Black Friday at, like, 5 AM.
Oh, yeah.
I think we wanted, like, the Nintendo Wii or something or, like, get good prices on games, and we were there, and I think we just, like, got our driver's license, so we were probably, like, 16 or 17 at the time. We got up at the crack of dawn, Walmart, we're going around the store, the place was a madhouse, there's people everywhere, you couldn't get a TV, you couldn't get anything, and, like, people are shopping for clothes and watches and stuff, and we see the bin, and, like, they went from, like, $5 to, like, $3, and you were like, "Oh my god," and you were digging in and you found The Man in the Iron Mask on DVD for
Nice.
$3, and you're like, "I'm getting this. Like, I am getting this." And I'm like, "Dude, can we just go?" And then we we go to the front of the store, and the lines are just like it probably would take 25 minutes to check out, and
Oh, at least.
you're standing in line with the Man in the Iron Mask DVD, and it sounds like it's shaking around in the box, like it's already scratched up, and you're just like, "Yeah, we can go."
Yeah, no, I
They just like put it on the shelf, and we just like walked out. It's like,
I mean, that was the only time I've ever done anything for Black Friday where it's just like
such a bust, such a bust.
Yeah, it's not worth it at all. But at that time, that DVD, I was like, "Oh, it's hard to find this DVD. It's so cheap." But I was just like, "Yeah, I don't need this." But you couldn't buy it anywhere else. There wasn't like streaming then. There wasn't Apple or iTunes or anything like that. So you're like, "This might
I
be my
mean,
chance."
it's a good movie to watch, like, once or twice.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a fine movie. I don't know. Now I have it. You bought it for me, and now I have
I
it.
did, I got it as a joke.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just want to talk about this poster too. I don't know if you've seen
Let me pull it
the
up.
poster is ridiculous for a few reasons. I love it. It's basically it says Troll 2 and
Mhm.
at the top it says one was not enough. So I don't know if they're talking about like the first Troll movie, like oh, like the first one wasn't enough, but this has nothing to do with that movie. Or also one like there's multiple trolls, so wouldn't it be
Mhm.
Trolls 2 or Trolls like Alien to Aliens? And the other thing I like at the bottom, it says Troll 2 is coming to eat a theater near you. It's gonna like come eat the theater.
Bro, even this poster makes no sense.
It's horrible.
So, I'm looking at the top of the poster with the one not enough, and it looks like it has 2 faces
Yeah.
merged together. So, like, you think it's like "Oh, there's gonna be like a hybrid human troll," and then it says "Troll 2," and there's not 2 trolls, but 3 trolls.
Yeah.
So now I'm like my mind's just like, it doesn't this whole thing doesn't make sense, dude. The
No.
whole thing doesn't make any sense.
And it's so, like it's so accurate for the movie. Like, the poster's so perfect. You're right, I didn't even notice, like, the troll the goblin or whatever it's supposed to be at the top, its faces are meshed together, so you're thinking like, "Okay, so"
Ooh, it's like a half human or
oh,
like
this is horrible. This is such a mess.
and like the town in the back doesn't even look like Nilbog really. Like, I guess it does.
I just the fact that there's no trolls in the movie. They're goblins, there's no trolls, and it's just they're vegetarian goblins. That's what I think is so funny too. It's like they can't even eat meat, so they have to turn humans into vegetables to eat them. And I guess the writer, it was the director's wife. They're both from Italy, and I guess she was a vegetarian at the time.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's nuts. But I mean, overall, of all of the movies we've done so far, I mean, do you think this is the worst, or do you think that we've done worse than this?
Um, Trying to think. This has to be the worst.
Really?
What else is there?
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving and Santa's sleigh. This is on par with Thanksgiving. I'll give it that. Santa's sleigh is a little bit better than Thanksgiving, but I wouldn't give it any more credit than it deserves.
You're biased because of wrestling a little bit, but
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, let's not get in there. I'm
uh,
just biased because of the holiday spirit, Alec. I love Christmas.
it's okay. It's January, but yeah, it's yeah. This is like on. I think this is better than Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this is definitely no, Thanksgiving's more of like a film student film.
Yeah, yeah. This is like yeah. I guess this is
This
similar.
is professionals, I
I
guess. I
guess,
mean,
yeah. Well, did you notice too the director changed his name? It's like his name is Drake Floyd in the credits. It's like written and directed by Drake Floyd, and that's not the guy's name.
he's probably just take my name off the credits.
No, I think he was like, and then like an American market would want a more American name. This is just what I'm guessing because like nothing makes sense.
That even doesn't make sense. Like nothing. And
It doesn't make sense, but I'm thinking like
uh,
1990. Like that's what I'm trying to think. Like maybe this guy was like, oh, an American audience would appreciate this, but then you look at like the cinematographer, like the editor, everybody's like really Italian names. So you're just like, what? Why? What the hell is this? Why'd you change your name?
they should have shut this production down.
Yeah, I really want to watch the or rewatch the documentary and finish it because like I want to find out about the financing. And I think they get the director in the movie, dude. I think they talked to him.
Okay, so this one cost 100,000 to make.
Yeah.
$100,000 budget. It's slated as a comedy slash horror online. 5% Rotten T score, a 3 out of 10 IMDb. It's like, all right, IMDb. High roll in there.
Yeah.
3 out of 10. Yeah.
High roll.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, there's a couple moments in this movie where I was really like looking at my phone, just like, when's this going to be over? But like, I forgot what scene it was at like the 24-minute mark. And then there was the other scene with like the girl and the witch lady coming in with the popcorn and the
Oh,
corn scene.
I hate
I just had like a what am I doing with my life like moment. Like I gotta be better. Like I gotta
that.
be better, Alec.
I mean, that scene's so gross, dude. Yeah, they're like making out with a piece of corn on the cob. It's
And then it starts popping like it's
yeah,
making popcorn because it's so hot and steamy in that room.
I can't do it, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very bad. Is there any part of the movie that you liked though? Was there anything you're like, you know what? You know what?
Um I like that my dog was like going absolutely bonkers at the trolls, like jumping up and down with the trolls. I'm like, they're just stupid trolls, Miley. Like you don't need to. Who cares? I like that, and the peeing on the food scene is gonna live in my brain forever.
Yeah, I mean, you would
Yeah.
never expect him to do that.
Yeah. I also like one other scene with the girl like doing the workout at the beginning. It's just so terrible and cringy, and I feel bad for that actress having to ever watch that again and reflect on it. But I think she's benching like not even 30 pounds
Well,
on that thing.
she's young, and I don't know, but,
I mean, I don't know. Like that's like I don't know. That's nothing.
I love their rooms now that you mention it, dude. It looks like a foreign man designed their rooms, like, both of them.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
"Oh, like, women love Johnny Depp. Oh, women love Tom Cruise. Oh, women love, like, the Smurfs." There's, like, a Smurf statue. I don't know if you noticed
yeah.
that. The boy, though, dude, you're a sports guy. Did you notice all the sports memorabilia?
Oh yeah, he had a Daryl Strawberry
He had
poster.
every sports team there was, basically, dude. He had, like, a Montreal Expos. He
Oh
had
yeah.
dude, there's, like, but,
Which
like
makes no sense. Daryl
exactly.
Strawberry didn't believe that. Like,
Dude,
it's like, what the
he has
hell?
the Utah Jazz, he has the Montreal Expos, he has Darryl Strawberry, he's got, like, p from New York to LA, he's got all of these different teams or whatever. So it literally looks like the director was just like, "Hey, baseball, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine." He just picked a bunch of random stuff and threw it in this kid's room. Because no kid would just be like, "I'm a fan of all of these teams." It's weird,
I
dude.
it just makes no sense. It's all over the place. Would you drink Nilbog milk if they made it like as a gag? Like you go to like Hot Topic and they're like, "Oh, Nilbog milk." It's like I kind of want to try it.
I would not, no, no.
Nah, it probably tastes like absolute shit.
Green eggnog is probably what it is.
Ugh.
But you love green food, Eric. Could they trick you?
What?
If you don't start, don't start.
I like my string beans. Yes, Alec.
Oh, okay, you like Shrek ketchup, don't start.
Easy squeeze. Love it.
Yeah, so I don't know, I feel like you'd be like, "Oh, this looks like a good cake. Like, I could eat this welcome home cake."
Oh, it actually looks pretty good. It actually like eat, yum yum eat me cake or whatever they called it. I was like, I could eat that.
Yeah, I don't know, I was watching, I was just like, "I feel like Eric could get festive with this." It looks like Shamrock shakes.
Dude, I love Shamrock Shake.
See? So exactly.
Okay, is that no bog milk? Dude, those things. Oh, wait. While we're here, Shamrock Shake calories. Get ready for this. How many
Oh,
calories do you think is in a Shamrock Shake?
does it go by size or is it all one size?
I'll go large shake.
1,800 calories.
Dude, that's so much. Dude,
In a large McDonald's
in a
milkshake?
large Shamrock Shake. Just think of like a soda. How
That's
much is in a soda?
like
140-ish, right?
no, in a large soda, that's like 32 ounces. I'm gonna go with 400 something calories.
Okay.
There's no fat in soda, there's no, dairy or anything, so that's just sugar, but there's sugar and fat and dairy in the milkshake. So what's a milkshake? Tell me.
Okay, so a large 22-ounce Shamrock Shake has 800 calories,
Okay.
200 of which are just from fat,
Hmm.
14 grams of saturated fat, and 113 grams of sugar.
113?
Grams of sugar.
Wow.
That's like you couldn't get that 1,000 years ago in your lifetime amount of sugar.
Oh my god, that's like King of France is like, "We've killed so many people to acquire this amount of sugar." That's insane.
That's no bug, bro. That's no
You
bug
said
milk.
130 grams of sugar?
Oh, what did I just say? Hold on, let me pull it up
Dude,
again.
that's
I think it said 113.
okay,
113.
130 that's literally like 7 Cokes, dude. There's like 39 grams of sugar in a Coke. That's okay, whatever. Let's get back to the goblin.
Yeah, when you order the Shamrock Shake, you gotta be like, "Hey, can I get the Shamrock Shake, extra shake?" And they make it
Oh.
really good.
Yeah, I've seen the bags that stuff gets delivered in, and I'm just like
Oh,
just
so
anyways.
bad.
Okay, but would you watch this movie again?
No,
Okay.
if I can avoid it, I'll avoid it. I don't need to watch this again.
No interest in Troll 1?
If it gets on the wheel, I'll watch it. But
No, there's better movies, I think. I think this is just there's such, like, a cult following for this. I feel like a lot of people really like this movie, and I get it. I mean, I'm not one of
yeah,
those people, but I can appreciate the cult following that it does have.
it's just a funny bad movie. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to be like lobotomized to actually think this is good.
Eric.
What?
There's a lot of people that like this movie.
Come on.
There are, dude. Eric, they made a documentary about it. They talk
Uh,
about the following. I'm telling you, if you watch it, UCB, the comedy school
oh yeah.
in New York City, they used to have a theater, and they're like, we've never had a bigger show ever. It was like it was a
What?
freeze. Yeah, dude, they had a showing there, and they literally were like, we announced it on MySpace because this was like back in 2006, and they're like, we had lines around the block, we had people standing, we couldn't fit anymore because of fire codes. Like it was the most sold out show we've ever had. And I was just like, this is insane.
Oh.
This is crazy. People like the movie.
America still has a fighting chance. That's all I have to say with that one.
Oh my god. All right. Well, what do you say, Eric? What do you say you spin that wheel?
Please, please. I was gonna say, I would bet the under that we wouldn't make it to 30, and it looks like we just barely made it to 30.
Well, I think the Shamrock talk helps, you know.
Right, right. The Man in the Iron Mask story.
Yeah, you got to pad the runtime with these kind of some of these movies.
I was like, we're gonna run out of material at like the 13-minute mark. Anyway.
There's a lot we didn't even get to. There's so much we didn't get to.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, ready? Spinning. Alec might be happy with this one. Curse of Chucky.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Another slobber knocker. Let's go.
No, this is a good one. This is a really. I think you're really gonna like this one, Eric. Really quick, what is your? Have you seen any of the other Child's Play or Chucky movies since the first one that we watched?
I have not. I've only seen Child's Play 1, although I do remember a scene in like a warehouse where like a bunch of machines are like making a Chucky doll, and they're like killing people.
You don't really need to see anything. You really don't. It's not that important.
I'm sure I'll figure it out.
It's a killer doll. All right. Well, everybody, thank you very much for listening into our discussion on Troll 2 today. We have so many episodes that came out this week. So if you haven't had a chance yet, go back and listen to all of our discussions on the Scream saga, Scream franchise, Pig.
Book of Boba Fett. And Pig.
Yeah.
You did Pig.
It's been a crazy week. So check it out. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week with Curse of Chucky.
Yeah. Woo!